DNA is a valuable and important means for making the identification of a suspect possible in criminal investigation. DNA sample can be used to make a positive identification or likewise to prove an individual's innocence. However, this can only be used in a conjunction with other evidence and should not be deemed accurate solely on its own merits. DNA samples can also be taken from the crime scene and found in the most unusual of places. It is also worth noting that DNA samples do not have to be taken from bodily fluids, but can be found on the rims of cups, knives and forks, cigarette ends, and any surface that might come into contact with the human form.
Analyzing DNA. DNA is split when headed double helix, splitting into two halves, and once the DNA has collected, it will form a new set of building blocks, which will repair the two halves. Each cell contains around 6 feet of DNA strand when viewed under an electron microscope. Once this procedure has been completed, a HEL separated the barcode DNA effect we have now come to recognize as some complaints in television, series and films. The technical then places the membrane between X-ray films to produce what is known as an autodiograph.
In the first step, we take 2 milliliters of blood and place it in a 15 sterile tube. Then we add 8 milliliters of 1xTE buffer and shake it gently. In the third step, we add 1xTE to make up the volume to 13. Then we centrifugate at 4,000 revolutions per minute for 10 minutes. In the fifth step, we discard the supernatant. Then we add 1 milliliter of lysis buffer and apply vertex. Then we apply 10% of SDS and apply vertex. Then we add 10 mg proteinase K. Then we shake it gently. Then we incubate at 60 degrees for 15 minutes. After that, we centrifugate for 10 minutes at 4,000 revolutions per minute. Then we add 335 UL of 5M NaCl and apply vertex. After that, we centrifugate for 15 minutes at 4,000 revolutions per minute. Then we transfer the supernatant to a sterile tube. In the 15th step, we add 2 volumes of absolute ethanol at room temperature. Invert the tube several times until observing the precipitation of DNA. Finally, the results were expected, as we can observe in the double-stranded molecule, as relatively large size. DNA extracted from the white blood cells of human blood had a slightly mopped and wrinkled form.